All right, are you getting it? Are you seeing anything?
Oh wait, I see something now.
Do you? Do you see? What do you see? Okay, great. So I'm going to just start right now. You missed all the opening, and we're just going to go right into it. Or do you want to see the opening again? I'm going to have to fucking stop it and start it again.
I don't really care about the opening.
Yeah, it's just basically like it's like the original series. The only thing you'll notice is that the graphics are greatly improved. Well, at least I got this damn thing working again. Okay, so let's get into it then. You ready? Okay, so space combat. I like my space combat. So we are not doing none. That's for babies. Academy graduate.
Give it back.
Oh, God. Seriously?
Well, at least it started over here or something. Turned out like the menu sucks. Okay. Give it back.
Uh-huh. Oh, my goodness. This is exciting, isn't it? Huh. Waiting for my one viewer. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her mission: to seek out new life forms and new civilizations. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, then. You can go.
Beep, 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 beep. So, we do things no combat. No, we're not babies. Easy or hard. They basically just throw you in. It's like, okay, you can have it easy or hard, but no in between. No normal or medium. So what do you think? I'll go easy. A little combat, but not too much. You can always change it during the game, too. It's like in-game alterable, so if I find that easy is too easy, I'll bump it up. So here we go. No more DeForest Kelly yelling, Demon World, or whatever.
Captain's log, stardate 6223.8. We are en route to the glorious Pebble Scientific Academy, where we...
That.
Enterprise Enterprise. This is Captain Luke Rayner of the USS Alexander. We have returned from the future. In 8 days, the United Federation of Planets will be completely destroyed. A new...
My God. Captain's log supplemental. We have tracked the Alexander's course to Espoir Station, a scientific research facility in the Omega Maelstrom sector. We're about to set course for that system, hoping to discover the subject of its last ominous message.
Oh my God! The feedback! I'm turning you down because that feedback is getting crazy. No, it was so, yeah, the log supplemental, blah blah blah. Track the course of the ship back to Espoir Station, scientific research facility in the Omega Maelstrom. So that's where we're going. And now, first to be ready, since I have actually played this game and gotten fairly far in it, I know we're going to be dealing with something here.
Raising
so
shields.
I'm going to be ready.
Arming weapons.
Yeah, we ready. Okay, and now, if I remember correctly, I don't even have to look at the map. If I remember correctly, Espoir Station was somewhere around here? In the middle? See, this is how good my memory is. I haven't played this game in well over 10 years or more, maybe 20. Yeah, actually, yeah, definitely 20. And I still remember where the map, where I'm supposed to go. I remember Espoir was the red one. In the middle. Ooh, new effects.
Captain, an Elasi frigate is decloaking.
Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever.
In addition to its cloaking capabilities, the
Pay
ship
attention
is
to the
mounted
game. I
with
don't need to
3
hear about your food.
forward-firing photon torpedo bays.
Forward-firing photon.
We are being hailed.
We're being hailed.
On screen.
This is Captain Bevander Zane of the Elasi Frigate Interdiction. You are no match for our new Storm-class frigates. We demand your immediate surrender.
God damn, he's so ugly. Look at that fucking face. Look at that. He looked like his mother dropped him on his head when he was born or something.
Forget it.
Okay, so we got here. Here's our choices. Do forget it. Forget about it. Let me turn up your volume again because you're not feedbacking enough anymore.
Give us 5 minutes to decide.
Give us 5 minutes to decide. That's a little bit too silly in the situation.
No matter how good your ships are, they're still being captained by lice-ridden Elasi hypocrites. I would lose all self-respect surrendering to a person like you.
I love that one. No, we have to be all Starfleet, like, get the points, remember? Yeah. And
Forget
if I remember correctly.
Give us 5 minutes to
You
decide.
have to do the stupid give us 5 minutes to decide thing. Well, actually, that kind of sounds stupid when you think about it, though. It's like, hey, surrender.
No matter how good your ships are, they're still being... Forget it.
Forget it seems too short.
Give us 5 minutes to decide.
5 minutes for what? What kind of a fool do you take me for? Goodbye, Enterprise.
All right.
Our weapons are locked, Captain.
Okay. Oh. See, Chekhov talks a lot more in this one. But I'm hitting his ass hard. Pounding.
Captain, they are fleeing.
Run, bitch! I could blow you up. I could so blow you up right now. And I'm not going to. Trying to be nice Federation guy. should blow you up, though.
Captain's log. We have engaged in a battle against the Alasi. I cannot help but wonder if there is a connection between them and the message that we have received from the Alexander.
Captain, you don't seriously expect us to believe that the Alasi could threaten the Federation?
Yeah, unlikely.
Those Cossacks couldn't threaten my grandmother.
It does seem inconsistent with what we know.
I'm still suspicious, Mr. Spock. Just call it human intuition.
I have to be very careful because this game has a lot more sudden deaths than the original
Captain, I'm
one.
receiving a message from the station manager.
Well, I was able to get fairly far in it without encountering any, but we'll find out. Hopefully the ending isn't a piece of shit like the other one was. Okay, Cat. Cool. Yeah, I know. Maybe one day I'll find a video so we can watch it and see the fuck the ending actually was. But okay, we got here before receiving a message from the station manager.
On screen.
Captain, I'm James Monroe, commander of Espoir Station. We witnessed your battle against the Alasi. They've bothered us a lot in the last few weeks. We're very grateful.
This music sounds very scary. This is the music they usually play when something bad's gonna happen. Nope.
Do you mind if we come down and take a look at your station?
Okay, choice one.
Really? Then why haven't you filed reports with Starfleet?
Choice two.
We've heard disturbing reports about your activities. We've come to take a look at your research.
We haven't, though. What, really? There have been no disturbing reports about their activity, though.
Do you mind if we come down and take a look at your station?
This one. Okay, we'll do that.
Espoir Station would be glad to greet a starship as famous as the Enterprise. We'll send coordinates and you may transport aboard at your convenience.
Lowering shields, Captain.
I'm gonna keep... No. Disarm the weapons. It'll
Disarming weapon.
be too overt. Now let's talk to Spock here.
The mission of Espoir Station is to study gravity's end, the only known proto-universe phenomenon in the galaxy.
Okay.
Proto-universe phenomenon? I've heard a lot of things, Mr. Spock.
The proto-universe phenomenon, or proto-event, is a place where a Big Bang occurring in another universe deposits matter into ours. It is also noted for intense space-time distortions.
Space-time distortions, he said.
The equipment on the station is highly advanced, but they appear to be of non-Federation design. There are areas protected by force fields, which sensors cannot penetrate.
The Alexander said it was from the future. Nah, now you made the connection. Okay. So yeah, now that he's also mentioning, while we were talking, he also mentioned that there appear to be areas protected by force fields which sensors cannot penetrate. Is that a little suspicious?
Could a rupture have occurred in this proto-event that would destroy this section of the galaxy?
Okay. Anyone watching this in the future, I apologize for all the delays and pauses and Okay, so could a rupture have occurred in this proto-event that would destroy this section of the galaxy?
That is possible. However, a rupture of that intensity would almost certainly have destroyed the Alexander. We do not have many facts, but those we have do not support that hypothesis.
So now you can imagine a little 8 or 16-bit koala in a blue shirt sitting in this chair, hanging out with his paw and poking these shiny buttons. And then another little koala in a gold shirt sitting over here, poking these buttons. Well, Chekhov's over here. Bear always sits in Spock's station. It's when Chekhov comes over to Spock's station that the war begins. Poke attacks happen. Okay, so yeah, we gotta beam down to Espoir Station. But before we do that, let's consult the computer. So you can hear lovely Major's voice. Let's just Enterprise. Let's do that.
USS Enterprise, Federation Constitution-class starship, launched 2245 from the San Francisco yards orbiting Earth. Currently under the command of Captain James T. Kirk and First Officer Commander Spock. The Enterprise is in the midst of its 4th year of a 5-year mission dedicated to exploration. Naval Construction Contract Registration Number, NCC 1701.
Yep, that's Major. Let's see if Nurse Chapel is in here. Talk about herself. No! Oh!
Christine Chapel, Starfleet rank medical officer. Current assignment, head nurse for the USS Enterprise. Nurse Chapel graduated 3rd in her class in nursing at Starfleet Academy. She gave up a promising bioresearch career to serve aboard the USS Enterprise.
Yep. And that's actually something you hear about in the original series, so it's like background. Yeah. What? Terrible. But yeah, you can put in anybody's info and find out all about them, including things that don't even appear in this game, like, let's say... Wait, no comment. What? Okay, then how about... Marcus.
Dr. Carol Marcus, the current Chief of Research on Station ARC-7. Carol Marcus is an expert in molecular biology, bioprotein development, cell mutation science, and radiation science. Dr. Marcus...
Okay, so enough of that. Let's get on with the game. Beam down! Hey, Kyle's back. Oh, no red shirt this time.
Greetings, Dr. Monroe. I'm Captain Kirk.
Yes, it's been made clear who you are, Captain Kirk. Espoir Station is glad to meet you. In fact, we have something interesting to show you.
He's black! He's black and fatter and balding. Older Scotty's not black. That's terrible.
That may be why we're here.
Okay, let's resume the game. Distractions. Uh-oh. What? What?
What the?
The modified tractor overload beam can be quite lethal, Captain. I suggest you surrender immediately or we will crack your ship like an egg.
Why are you doing this? You won't get away with this. How can a loyal Federation scientist do a thing like this?
So, what's your big choice here?
Why are you doing this? You won't get away with this. How can a loyal Federation scientist do a thing like this? You won't get away with. Why are you doing this?
One sounds really. Yeah, could be one.
You won't get away. How can a loyal Federation scientist do a thing like this?
Which would you go with? Okay, here it is.
Dr. Monroe's loyalty to the Federation is more tenuous than you believe, Kirk.
And this guy, who you're probably wondering, who the fuck is this, would have shown up at the end of the previous game, which we never got to see, so... so much for that. This was the big bad guy at the end of Star Trek 25th anniversary thing. This was the guy, background information so that we don't feel lost as we're watching this. He basically designed and built that crappy copy of the Enterprise that attacked the other ship and killed a bunch of people, and in the end you had to fight to defeat him, whatever. That's the end of that game. So, there we go. Now we can. Bradell! This is why Kirk knows it.
Jim, isn't he that maniac who wanted revenge on you and...
Oh yeah, and there's like a past there, revenge and all that shit, so...
I am the one who headed the Verdane program to build our improved versions of your starships. And despite the setback caused by your interference, I survived.
I thought you were killed when your pathetic imitation of the Enterprise was destroyed.
So, yeah, that's what happened in the last game.
Fortunately, a Cloak Delassie frigate transported me before my bridge was destroyed. Fortunate for one of us, that is.
You intend to destroy the entire Federation?
Okay, which version was I there?
Is that the only thing you ever think of, Bradell? Revenge? Of course, Bradell. Even surrounded by your goons, you're still too much of a coward to face me in person.
Or that.
You intend to destroy the entire Federation? Is that the only thing you ever think of, Bradell? Revenge? Of course, Bradell. Even surrounded by your goons, you're still too much of a coward to face me in person. You intend to destroy the entire Federation? Is that the only thing you ever think of, Bradell? Revenge?
Revenge? Yeah, I guess.
You intend to destroy the entire Federation?
Yes, but...
Is that the only thing you ever think of, Bradell? Revenge?
Yeah, let's go with 2. Think of that? Okay.
Guards, put them in the brig and let them rot.
Oh, this music. This is classic original series.
Welcome to Espoir, Captain Kirk. I've been asked to make certain your stay is uncomfortable. What did you do to Dr. Bradell anyway?
Yeah, this is basically a MIDI version of the music that plays when Spock and Kirk fight on Vulcan. You recognize it? This is the MIDI version. Anyway, let's continue the story. Oh, I should probably save her in a bit, because this is going to be one of those moments that can F you up if you don't do it right.
11 years ago, as lieutenant on the Farragut, I exposed his scheme to overthrow the Vardain Council. They dismissed him from their science council in disgrace. He's vowed revenge ever since.
That explains it. Never get involved in politics or get on the good doctor's bad side.
It doesn't sound like you care that much for Burdell.
Well, he's never been interested in winning popularity contests. By the way, the name Shem, Manao Shem.
That's kind of important once we get down to it, the Shem thing. And it's not about bugs, actually.
Save new game.
It's, because I can get into the story, not in a way that's, like, unwinnable. It just means that I'd have to, like, kill people instead of, you know, getting the perfect score. I want to get the perfect score. I remember playing this a couple of times, and I sometimes got better scores than other times. So there are 3 different ways to get out of here, basically. One of them involves murder, one of them involves slightly less murder, and one of them is like perfect, but it requires a little bit of diplomacy and discussion.
If there's ever been a mission that we mustn't fail, this is it.
It's somewhat humbling to know that over 100 billion people are depending on you.
It was McCoy's last run out there, so it's amusing.
I'm getting a little too old to play hero, Jim.
Yep. Well, just about to die, actually.
But you do it so well, Bones.
I don't know if he had the cancer yet, or if he was just before he got diagnosed. But...
Captain, I estimate the odds of finding and destroying Burdell's doomsday weapon at 186 to 1.
That's better odds than usual.
I am factoring in your record at performing nearly impossible feats, Captain. Otherwise, the odds would be 8,552 to 1.
What would I do without your encouragement, Spot?
I cannot speculate, Captain.
Okay, so let's, well, first let me look really quickly.
Manao Shem, a big security guard. Someone you'd rather not fight.
Yeah, that's him.
Dr. Leonard McCoy, who silently
Okay, so now here's the first test. Let's see if I remember how to do
What's on your mind, Captain?
Gotta say this just right.
Dr. McCoy, he's very sick.
Okay, no.
You wouldn't happen to be related to Vakata Sheen by any chance?
Yeah, this is supposed to be the background.
Do you realize that you're working for a madman? When do we eat around here? Dr. McCoy, he's very... You wouldn't happen... Do you realize that you're working for a madman? You wouldn't happen to be related to Vakata Sheen by any chance?
All about his background. I remember correctly. I figured out there was a way to talk them into helping you. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Which surprised me the first time I discovered it.
Yes. He was my father.
How's he doing?
He's dead. He tried to betray the Vardain Starship program to the Federation and was executed 9 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. I knew him when I was on Vardain. He was a good man.
Obviously, someone felt differently. Since then, Dr. Burdell took me under his wing. I proved more able as a security officer than as a scientist.
Then you should know that Burdell is insane. Why don't you try coming inside for a moment? Let's see how tough a security officer you are. And what do you think of your father's death? Then you should know that Burdell is insane.
Okay, let's go with 3.
And what do you think of your father's death?
Or was it 1? I'm trying to remember. I mean, if need be, I can reload and find the right path again. But I think it was 3. Let's go with 3.
How do you think I felt?
I called him my friend. He had the courage of his beliefs.
Yeah, I think that's the one that opens up the first path.
It must have been difficult having people constantly saying that you are a traitor's son. How many times did Burdell say that to you?
No, it wasn't that one.
Help us avenge his death. 10 years ago, he helped me expose him to the Vardain Council. He died because he was Burdell's enemy, not because he was a traitor. If I can expose Burdell's plans, then your father's name will be cleared.
It might be that one.
I called him my friend. He had the courage to help us avenge
I'm
his
gonna
death.
go with 3.
10 years ago, he helped me expose him to the Vardain.
I have a duty, Captain. A responsibility to guard this station and its crew. If I do as you ask, I betray the man who killed my father, and also betray a lot of friends in station security who did nothing to him.
Oh,
It's a difficult choice. Questions of morality
yeah, this
are
is
always
where
difficult.
the question. Yeah, this is the rub. It's hard to get through this because I think there's only one path that actually gets you out. The other path ends with him not saying shit and you can't talk to him again, basically.
Your friends are alive. Your father has no one except you. And how does Burdell treat your friends? It's a difficult choice. Questions of morality are always difficult.
That one's vague and I think loops you back to the beginning. Choice 1.
Your friends are alive.
Choice 2.
Your father has no one except you.
Is kind of a dead end, I think. Which surprised me because when I did it, I used to be like, "What the fuck don't you care about your father, you asshole?" But let's see.
And how does Burdell treat your friends?
Let's go with 3. I have a hunch that it was 3. I know it doesn't seem that way, but this game is weird like that.
You have a point.
Yes!
I suppose I can let you go.
I think I got it.
I'll turn off the force field. Your weapons, communicators, and tricorders are stored in the lockers in this room. I'll try to convince security to turn against Burdell.
Thank you, thank you.
You remind me a lot of your father, Manao Sheen.
Unfortunately, after this, I will remind everyone about my father. It's generous of you to take me with you, but I better lay low for a while. If you fail, I might be able to do something later to stop it.
Alright. So that was easy. I found the path.
I've opened the lockers. Try not to kill anybody. Some of these people are my friends, although I suppose I may as well start using the past tense. I'll follow after you've used the turbo lift.
You can actually, and that's actually part of the score. You can vaporize people or not.
Phasers. Tricorders and communicators.
Okay, I better save because yeah, there
Save
are
new
times
game.
when in this where it could get dicey, and I'm not talking about dicey as in whatever. Again, I'm saying instant game over. And it's not bugs; it's just the way they made the damn thing. They were like, okay.
The panel is fully functioning. It is linked to several locations on the ship, including one which is highly
Okay.
Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual about it.
What about this big
Nothing unusual.
Actually, I never actually thought of this back in the day.
I didn't realize the Vardain were this much into genetic engineering. The skin has been custom engineered into a light epidermal tissue. Muscle fibers are much denser than usual.
A strong, viable species. Interesting analysis, Bones. However, we have more important things to do at the moment.
Okay, so let me go. Well, let's see. I got like okay, Judgement turbo lift, and now we got our choices here. I can either go right, left, or further left. Would you like to choose, or let me choose? Well, you can read the little thingies. You got control room, security room, computer room, transporters, crew quarters, executive quarters, projects, special projects, and Burdell's quarters, and then there's the docking bay. Okay, then we both go here.
There they are! Get them! Fire!
Ah!
I hate when they do that. These guys make Spock seem decrepit by comparison, Jim. These guys make...
Okay. Now let's be careful. Computer
Nothing on this tricorder.
The blue room. But let me do a quick scan and see what's beyond the doors if I can.
Captain, my tricorder indicates that the doors are made of an extremely dense...
Okay, so I can't even get in there. Or scan in there.
Captain, my tricorder...
Okay, so let's just go to the computer room and get it. Oh, and let me see if there's anything to pick off these peeps.
No effect.
Yeah, there's nothing to get off them. Okay, so computer room, you say? Computer room. Uh-oh.
You're too late. I've set the computer on a continuous auto-diagnostic. You'll never be able to get it online.
I don't believe in the word never.
Oh.
I do not see the logic.
I don't think that would...
Yep. Now let me do a quick scan of thingies.
The tricorder can tap into the core memory. A Fullingtech 2000 3D image projector. The majority of the system must be stored on an upper deck. This system is quite bulky, like most 3D projection units. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual about the tricorder can tap it.
Okay, well, Spock, what are you going to do?
A three-dimensional...
Okay.
The memory unit of the...
That's the main memory unit.
The central processor of the main computer.
Okay, let's just get Spock and start having poke at things.
Captain, the main computer...
What's he doing? He's running all the way over here. Why are you going over there, Spock?
We will need to end the diagnostic cycle, Captain. It is currently playing chess against itself.
Okay, are you getting back in? I don't know why. Well, I'll hold up until you do. A lot of waiting in this. Okay.
We will need to end the
Okay, and the diagnostic thing, so I guess we had to play chess. Alright, here we go. Come on.
Captain, the computer is locked into an infinite loop. It will continue playing the game until it defeats itself. I can interrupt the moves and input my own.
I think I remember how to do this right.
Try rook to queen's level 3. That will threaten its bishop. Try knight to king level 1. That will shore up our defenses. Try queen to queen's level 2. Let's sacrifice our queen to take that knight.
Do you want to give any input, or do you want me to pick what I think are the correct ones as I remember them? Well, if I remember correctly, the way to win this was to be aggressive. And that's how Kirk plays anyway. Play aggressive. So...
Try rook to queen's level 3.
Threaten.
That will threaten its bishop.
An excellent move.
Even Spock likes it.
Now let's push a pawn on King's level. That will force it into a more stable position.
Yeah, forcing it into a stable position is like a stalemate.
Now move your other rook to support it on Queen's level. We should be able to threaten the Queen or the Bishop.
See, that one's...
Let's try something a little dangerous. Rook to King's level 2.
No, don't do dangerous.
Now move your other rook to support it on Queen's level.
I want to push it.
We should be able to threaten the Queen or the Bishop.
Go.
It seemed to be expecting something else, Captain. Its queen is vulnerable.
Okay.
Let's not be too hasty. Advancing the bishop to support the rook will give us a solid advantage on the board.
No solid advantage.
Let's confuse it with a sacrifice. It might be interesting to trade queens.
No sacrifice.
Let's take the queen and see if it resigns. Let's not be too...
Yeah,
let's take the queen
advantage.
and see if it resigns.
A superb game, Captain.
Yep.
You have mated it. The diagnostic cycle has ended.
Excellent, Spock. Can you access the computer?
The main memory unit will not accept my attempts to access. I will need to find a more friendly interface with enough memory to hold the information.
Yeah, the trick is going to be using the tricorder. I don't know why.
Nothing unusual.
It just did that, but okay, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be over there.
Nothing unusual about that.
Yep.
Captain, I am connecting the science tricorder to the central computer. We can use it to tap into the computer now that the diagnostic cycle is finished. We might use Dr. McCoy's tricorder.
Okay, yeah, I remember this. Yeah, this was one of those things where use everybody's tricorder again. We've done this before.
Captain, I am connecting the medical tricorder.
And now we should be able to access it.
Success, Captain. I have access to Burdell's Project Big Bang files and to the access code for his personal quarters.
So we can get in his quarters. Alright. That's good.
Captain, the main computers are behind. Success, Captain.
Yeah, so I found out something about Big Bangs and shit. But anyway, now let's go over here and see if we can help out the Enterprise, because it is also bad. Nope.
Pacers on stun.
Okay, let's revive McCoy again. He keeps getting phasered.
Oh, that's even worse than the damn transporter.
Let's talk to this fatty.
How dare you come aboard this station and disturb our delicate work, you Starfleet brute?
Dr. Monroe's voice just changed. He sounds like a white, witty guy instead of a black scientist guy. And he sounded like war.
And I thought Harry Mudd was annoying.
Ha.
How dare you come aboard this...
Yeah.
And I thought Harry Mudd was...
What about this guy?
Don't hurt me! Please! And could someone do something for my allergies?
Oh God, what am I... Okay, allergies, there you go. Well, actually, wait.
Middle-aged human male suffering from severe...
Here.
Hold still. That should help. And try to calm down. We're the good guy.
Thank you for helping me with my allergies. I guess not all Federation people are bad.
Well, we normally like to think of ourselves as humanitarians.
Unfortunately, that is not what Dr. Burdell tells most Vardane. Anyway, I guess I should get rid of that creeper. Thank you for helping me.
Well...
Unfortunately...
Alright, let's scan all these things and see what they do and try to push them.
Nothing unusual about... Nothing unusual.
Okay, fine, spot.
I am disabling their backups. It includes several systems that are not controlled from this station. I am disabling their communications network. We will now have a clear channel to the Enterprise. Fascinating. The complexity of this project. If I were human, the word breathtaking would come to mind. Captain, since I programmed a destructive sequence into the communications network. Fascinating. I am disabling their weapons control. I do not detect access to anything around the proto-event. I do not see the logic. I do not see the...
So we've disabled everything that was disabled. See, there's another way that I could have done this too. I could have also used the phasers and blown up all the consoles. It looks very dramatic and nice, but it doesn't get you... Yeah, it doesn't get you bonus points. Okay, so communications, I can now contact the Enterprise.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Transmission detected in Central Command. Security forces converge on Central Command.
Captain Kirk, is everything all right?
Things are looking up, I think. Kirk out.
I'm not going to go in the transporter room yet. That's the transporter room over there, but for a very clear reason. There's gas in there. It's Master Bear poop gas. We don't want to deal with that yet.
Surrender or die?
Surrender. Or we'll phaser the airlock and we'll all go fly out together. Get
one ball.
Well,
an exaggeration, Doctor.
Come on, you two.
No effect. No effect.
Okay, so you missed me taking care of it. Okay, what's this? No,
The atmosphere has been...
Spock, remove... Spock, sabotage the system. Spock, remove the atmosphere.
The atmosphere has been pumped out. Magnetic locks are keep...
Spock, close. Spock, sabotage the system.
So nobody can use it.
The controls are no longer
Spock, restore the atmosphere. Spock, sabotage the system.
The controls are no longer functioning, Captain. Captain, you asked me to sabotage the controls. It would take...
This way, nobody can do anything.
Spock, could we use this system to give them some sort of erroneous message about their cosmic ray field? Make them believe it's about to collapse. Force them to abandon the station.
Negative, Captain. I would require much more effective access to their monitoring systems.
Do you really think that the real zealots would abandon this project under any circumstances?
I am unable to. They require a retina scan, a voice pad.
Let me guess, Burdell.
Dr. Burdell would seem to be a...
That's an understatement.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter because...
I do not see the...
I did what I came to do, which is basically disable so no one can escape. Oh, and you missed him neck pinching these two idiots here. Okay, now we can go over here. Here's going to be something useful. This thing.
The filter is bulk.
Yeah, I'm able to, like...
No effect.
Go through a lot of this quicker because I remember how it went.
A food synthesizer.
I don't think I'm hungry right now. It's locked.
How about up here?
It's locked.
Squatting down.
Scotty would love to get his hands on these.
He probably has them already.
Huh.
I've heard about these. Let's try.
What were you doing?
Ow!
Sorry, Bones. I must have hit the key that stimulates the pain center. Well, I wonder if there's anything useful in this data bank.
Negative, Captain. The database contains common entertainment and informational programs.
Okay. What about this thing?
I do not have enough experience on the instrument, Captain.
What is it?
This appears to be a synthesis between a computer and a musical instrument.
A Kikilian. How rare.
What is it?
It has many uses, Bones, but it's most commonly used as a mood inducer. It emits subsonic vibrations at a wavelength that stimulates the emotional centers of the human brain.
Maybe we could use it on the Verdane.
The effects of a Kikilian are not significant enough to radically change emotional states. If it had such abilities, logic would suggest it would have wide use as a narcotic.
Well, that's one great plan that's gone down in flames.
Okay, so I got what I needed from here. There's nothing else in here that I remember being of any use. Let's go over here.
Rather cramped living quarters. Only a small step up from Klingon ships.
Huh.
No wonder the Klingons have such a bad temper.
We'd better be quiet. There's a gentleman on the bed who might quarrel with us if we wake him up.
A Vardane guard.
Let's talk to him.
Jim, let's not push our...
Okay, never mind. Let's scan him then.
No wonder he's not on duty. He's suffering from cervix toxemia. He must have spent some time on Rigel 8.
Think he'll get up?
He's under heavy medication, Jim, but with Verdane physiology.
Okay, then let's make sure he doesn't get up.
This will keep him unconscious. I can't cure him with a med kit. His infection is not easily treatable.
And then let's get these big bulky ass things over here. This is another thing that we need.
The dummies are not easy to carry.
Okay. Now let's go over here. Let me see if how I remember. I'm trying to remember specifically like the things. I should probably save right now.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Yeah, let's replace that one. Because the next step I'm gonna do, I could go to, there are two paths that you can take in this. One is more complete than the other. I could go directly to Bradel's quarters now. I have the codes to get in there and confront him. Or I can disable the system around him before it even becomes an issue. And that's what I'm going to try to do. It's a little more convoluted, but it shows you more of the station, and I think it gets more points. So now I need to go to the transporter room over here, but the poop gas. But I picked up something for that.
Jim, what's that smell?
What's that smell? It's Master Bear again.
Wanaka gas, a knockout gas with an extremely long effect.
We have mere seconds to neutralize it or get out of here.
Okay. The trick here is this filter thingy. Come on, put it on. If you don't, they pass out in seconds, literally.
The air is being purified almost immediately. Ah, good old Starbase filtered air. So dry it makes me want to drink a glass of water every 5 minutes.
Oh, McCoy sound music.
I'm sure we can transport you into water if you really want some.
Damn transporters. If man were meant to fly around the universe, God would have allowed him to disassemble his own molecules.
Yeah, that is amusing. Okay. Transporter. Spock.
Captain, all areas of the ship except Bradel's quarters are accessible by transport. We have access without transport to all areas except security.
Except security.
Unfortunately, they'll be able to draw a bead on us the moment we start transporting, and will be able to blow us away the moment we materialize. We need a distraction.
Yeah, I remember this. Okay. So, that's what we have the dummies for. Put the dummies on the back.
We are ready to transport the dummies, Captain. That should prove an adequate distraction for us to get into.
At least we have a chance now.
Captain, all areas of the ship except Burdell's quarters are accessible by transport. We have access without...
The dummies should provide a convincing decoy during transport and give us the edge we need. Set transport coordinates for security.
Okay, if I remember correctly, then...
Let's transport later. Set transport coordinates for security.
Okay, let's do that. Alright. Okay, phaser him back. Awesome. Oh god, McCoy's down again. Jesus. Always the same with him.
Damn it, I'm a doctor, not a target.
That was amusing. Okay, now. At least I got in, so...
I'm surprised anything human is left. Their tissue has been replaced with genetically encoded bioplastic.
The Vardane think they supersede mankind.
Oh, they're back up.
No effect.
Okay, let's talk to him. If I remember correctly.
I have nothing to say to you, Earther. I have nothing to say.
Okay, this one's the one
I give you credit, Earther.
Maybe.
You show extraordinary guile.
I'm not playing games. I'm trying to prevent Burdell from destroying the Federation. What's your name, mister? You're not so bad yourself. What are you doing, lowering yourself by working for a lunatic like Burdell?
Okay.
I'm not playing games. I'm trying to prevent Burdell from destroying the Federation.
What do you think? Not one.
What's your name, mister?
Two, maybe.
You're not so bad yourself.
Three.
What are you doing, lowering yourself by working for a lunatic like Burdell?
What do you think? 2 or 3? Which one would you go with? Huh? Okay. Let's try 3.
Burdell pays me to guard the station. I am bound by my class code to obey him.
And suppose I provided evidence that he plans something that would result in the destruction of your planet.
Ooh.
Well then, according to the Vardane class code, I would be required to rebel. Show me the evidence and I'll cooperate, but I don't expect my guards to neglect their duties in the meantime. I give you credit, Earther.
I'm not playing games. I'm trying to prevent Burdell from destroying the... What's your name, mister? You're not so bad yourself. What are you doing?
Burdell pays me...
And suppose I provided evidence...
Well then,
Okay, I think it's in the tricorder, maybe? Yes! Ooh, that's successful music.
I have copies of Burdell's files taken from the main computer. I believe you will find them to be authentic and of extreme interest.
The date on these files and the security code is from before you boarded. It appears you were telling the truth. This action will have consequences that are not in the best interest of the Vardane. I have no choice but to help you.
Goody. Alright then.
How goes the revolution, Captain? How goes the revolution, Captain?
Let's see, where are these panels?
This console
communications tracking.
This console.
And this console as well.
This console controls force fields in special.
Okay. Yeah, And I'm gonna have to be careful on the special projects. You'll see what's in there. Kinda, sorta.
I have deactivated the communications tracking systems, Captain.
This box. Now let's something here.
I have lowered the force fields in the special projects room.
Okay. So now these peeps are on my side.
Welcome to security, Captain Kirk.
Ha, now they're all welcome.
Welcome to
Okay. Now, let me really quickly save, because things are
Save
going
new
well.
game. Replace previous.
Let me go back in here for a second to Crow. I love to. And not only that, you'll love the guards are now.
In accordance with the Vardane military code, as one who has betrayed his charge, I must make a formal admission of treason for my new masters. When is the most convenient time to make the deposition?
Later.
How dare you come aboard the...
And I thought...
He's still saying the same, but at least they have funny things to say now. Let me actually go back to the docking bay and see... Oh, well, they're gone, so... Alright. Let's get over here then. And let's go into the special projects room that we were talking about for now. I did save, so that's good.
Jim, look out!
Oh, hi there, baby. Oh. Something I need to stun.
Fascinating. Burdell has made it resistant to tissue disruption.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah. See, I told you. And... And there goes the Alexander going sideways. And now we go back to the beginning of the episode. See, this could end up being like a time loop where you're playing it over and over
Enterprise,
again.
this is Captain Luke Rayner of the USS Alexander. We have...
Yeah, just blow up already.
My God.
Wow. I love how Shatner delivered that so deadpan. He just nailed that in. Instead of being, my God, or something like that, like he normally like.
Captain's log supplemental. We have tracked
That
the
music
Alexander's...
goes from the original series. Okay, so let me reload my lovely little save here, because that went very poorly. So if I remember correctly, I'm gonna have to fucking phaser this piece of shit. So let me go do that now. Alright. Here.
Jim, look out!
Yeah, this is the... Or, wait. Let me think. What the hell can I do here? I don't know. Killing this thing's like a baby. What's...
My God, it's not just an Antarian man-killer. You should see some of the generic...
A formidable achievement in genetics, Doctor. Given that the species is...
There are reasons why the Federation monitors genetic research, and this...
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Enterprise, this is Captain Luke Rayner.
I dawdle too much, and that's what happens. Come on, you piece of crap. I've seen this 50 times.
My God.
Oh.
Captain's log sup...
Okay. Actually, I haven't used the communicator in a while. Let me call.
Captain, our sensors have not been able to track down the station's power supply. There are antiquated reactors beneath several rooms, but we've compared their output with what the station uses, and there aren't enough.
It's as though they're getting energy from nowhere.
Thanks, Kirk out.
It is certainly possible. A Romulan ship is literally a cloaked reactor that is flying in space.
Okay, whatever. So, I'm gonna have to kill the thing if I remember correctly. Let's just do that. Let's see what happens. Oops, wrong room. Sorry. I'm in the other hall. I forget that I'm in the wrong hall. So let's go in here. Let's go in here. Yeah, and I'll just kill the goddamn thing and see what that does.
Jim, look out!
Okay. I think this is the only solution.
Spock, take a look at these.
Captain, I have deactivated the tractor beam. The Enterprise is now free.
Spock, take a look at these.
Captain, there is no need for me to use the controls.
Okay, so the Enterprise is now free, yeah.
This is the control for the special weapon that was holding the Enterprise.
Okay, so let's give the Enterprise a little calm down. Get off their peeps.
We await your success, Captain. Keep us posted.
Okay, so that was another one of the steps I needed to do, was free the Enterprise. And now, if I remember...
Could we tap into the ship's communication systems from here?
Negative, Captain.
I don't need to. I can already talk to them, you stupid thing.
I think I saw something like this on Vardane.
Then it can't have many good use.
Okay, whatever. Let's just go now, and I think... Yeah, now I have to face Burdell, if I remember correctly. So let's go in here.
The door is locked.
Yeah, but I got the code now, so Cody. Okay, Spock, you do it.
Here is the code, Captain.
Well, it appears all of those misspent years playing chess have finally been put to good use, Mr. Spock.
Misspent years, Captain?
Definitely, Spock. You could have been spending time studying or playing baseball with family and friends.
Vulcans do not play baseball, Doctor. Nor do many humans in this century.
There's a whole crew of Vulcans who play baseball in Deep Space Nine. I don't know if this was made before or after that episode.
Let's go. I want to have a few words with my old friend, Dr. Burdell.
What do you mean? That whole crew they played against were all Vulcans. Okay, now, last... Oh,
so, you managed to elude our security. I'll have their heads.
It's over, Burdell. Surrender peacefully, and we'll guarantee you a fair trial.
I will not submit to a trial by a tribunal of chattering apes. We are the Vardane. Lesser species have no right to judge us.
Your experiment is over, Burdell. Morality transcends the differences in species, Burdell. You don't honestly think you can defy the three of us, do you, Burdell? Your experiment is over, Burdell. Morality transcends the differences in species, Burdell.
Morality. It is an invention designed to make lesser people feel superior. The universe is full of moral people, and for the most part, they are dead wood. People who are preoccupied with morality never make history. You always did love to lecture, Kirk. You'll be the most self-righteous corpse in the galaxy.
Okay, I think I have to phaser him, or I could try to neck pinch him, but I'm gonna phaser. Stop. Down. Alrighty.
A dartboard. A very good likeness of James T. Kirk is its chief decoration. Is Burdell.
Okay, now let's,
Agent Vardane, engineered human male with prosthetic enhancements and average physical condition.
Sounds like what we're
can't revive him.
Bones, can you give him something?
It has no effect.
Let's start scanning shit.
Captain, there does not seem to be anything indicating that this is the control mechanism.
I'm trying to remember where it was.
There is something hidden behind the dartboard, Captain.
A trap. Oh, yeah.
I'm unable to tell, Captain.
Behind the dartboard, yeah. I think that's what it is.
The device is an ordinary food machine. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. Nothing unusual.
Okay, whatever. If I remember correctly, there was something inside that book.
You pick up Bredell's journal, and a bookmark falls out.
This is unusual, Captain. I would not have expected a man like Bredell to rely on a paper record.
Who knows, Spock?
Okay, get the bookmark. Get the bookmark, you dumbass.
The bookmark is intricately decorated, not too dissimilar from a computer circuit pattern.
Ah, War and Peace.
Get this thing. Correct.
The offending dartboard is removed.
Set of controls. Okay. Now, what's the bookmark, first of all?
Captain, there's a number coded in base 64. The number is 2188.
Yeah, that's going to be useful if I remember correctly. Let's check this.
None of the computer systems appear to be in control of the proto-event
Okay, now use the thingy. Uh-oh, this is going to get lewd. What's it doing?
I am inputting the code from the bookmark. 2188. I have activated the code circuit. The proto-event weapon is decloaking. I have also managed to deactivate the station's shields and have a clear communications channel to the Enterprise.
Broadcast the coordinates, Mr. Spock. Have the Enterprise destroy that weapon.
The coordinates have been sent.
And now.
Scotty, 3 to beam up.
That's the first mission.
That has to be one of the most welcome explosions that anyone will ever see.
There is turmoil on the Vardane Council, Captain. The members who supported Bredell's anti-Federation policies have been forced to resign. I expect improved relations between the Federation and Vardane.
That's good to hear, though history shows that suppressed movements like Bredell's have a habit of resurfacing at inconvenient moments.
And Bredell is now a Federation prisoner. I hope this will not prove to be a rallying point for those Vardane who hate the Federation.
I've received word that Mr. Shem's application to enter Starfleet Academy has been accepted. He should make a fine officer one day.
Yeah, these are all things I did that turned out good.
Captain, I'm receiving a message from the USS Alexander.
At least someone decided to act in this. Thank you, Uhura. You gave a good dramatic reading there.
The Alexander?
Temporal paradoxes are most fascinating, aren't they, Mr. Spock?
Are you attempting to annoy me, Doctor?
On screen.
Luke Raynor here. I know we've never met.
Not dying.
Yes, of course.
We got your signal, and Starfleet has asked us to assist in cleaning up your operation.
It's good to have you with us. Better than you could possibly guess.
I don't understand, Captain.
It's a long story. Come aboard, and I'll tell it to you.
Yeah, we saw you die.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance. Outstanding work, Jim. Keep up the good work. Kane out.
Okay, but nothing else? No, like, point system anymore? Okay. Oh well, whatever. Some of us that are impressed, that's good, so. Okay, so that's the end of that one. And I guess we can stop now.
Aye, Captain, I'm looking forward to taking leave on Nova Atar.
I
The
remember
museum
this
there
next
is
one,
supposed
too.
to be quite excellent.
It's a little more
Lots of
dicey to
antique
resolve
and
this
one-of-a-kind
next one. But it's an
machinery.
interesting mission.
Commander, are you certain it's not the Kazakhstanian cognac you're looking forward to?
I'm trying to save here, people. Why don't you shut up with all the cross chatter?
Do they make that there, laddie? I don't know.
Why, Mr. Scott, I'm surprised at you, not knowing the location of a famous distillery.
Huh. Scotty, you drunk?
We invented that brandy, you know.
Oh, of course, Chekhov. The Russians invented everything according to you.
Right.
Of course you did.
Everybody's ragging on Chekhov.
No, really. We did.
Indeed.
No one would ever doubt you, Ensign, however...
Sorry to interrupt, Captain, but we have an emergency call from the science vessel Demeter. She's in orbit around Balkos 3.
Balkos 3.
On screen.
Captain Kirk.
Oh my god.
Good to see you're in the area.
He looks like he is suffering from a little Down syndrome.
You have an emergency, Commander Gelman?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. Maybe more of a case of better safe than sorry. We're orbiting Balkos 3 to study the Balkosi, a race of people just entering their own Stone Age. We've only been here 2 days. Already, we've found some unusual data. But just a few minutes ago, during the deep geologic probing phase, we were suddenly scanned.
Deep probing phase.
Scanned? I thought the Balkosi were just developing.
They are, Captain. And there haven't been any indications of old civilizations until now. The scan was also of extreme power. Following that, we detected a power source coming online. We'll send the coordinates along with all the other information we've gathered. I was a little concerned that we triggered an old defense mechanism. With the amount of information it pulled in its scan, we'd be an easy target. I've moved the Demeter to a higher orbit on the far side of the planet.
Quite reasonable, Commander. We're on our way.
Thank you, Captain.
Kirk out.
So yeah, this is going to actually be a really fun mission, but we're not going to play it right now.
Save new game.
Until next time, peeps.